Hello. I am here again today. I am here again today. I hope people are gonna share this video. And I just want people to know that I care about people. I'm gonna be talking about something really passionate to me. And I'm gonna be talking about abuse today. How our society, how our culture is encouraging abuse in our society. As you come, you can share and invite people. If you love people, to set them free. We all need to start talking. Yesterday I talked about silence, the plague of silence, how is affecting our society. How the plague of silence. Us not talking about the evil stuff that's going on. It's affecting us, people. So today, my topic is how our culture is encouraging abuse in our society. I'm going to start by a quote from, I'm going to start with a quote from David A. Van Noort. He said, "We should remember that saying I love you is only a beginning. We need to say it. We need to mean it. And most importantly, we need to consistently show it. We need to both express and demonstrate love." Another thing people usually say is a love covered the multitude of sin and evil. Love is like, when people talk about love, they think that, oh, love is like just helping people, you're helping people. And love is helping people, yes. But sometimes it can be a good help or a bad help. If you love somebody deeply, you need to correct them when they're doing bad. That's a love. That's a kind of different love. But if you love somebody and they're doing something wrong and you're not saying anything, that is not love. You're doing more damage than good by not saying something, and you know that the person is doing wrong and it's not right what they're doing, but just because you love them, you don't want to hurt their feelings, so you decided to be quiet, you causing more damage to the person. If you really love that person, you tell the person the truth. You correct the person. Say, hey, you know what? I love you, but whatever you're doing, it's not right. It's wrong. Don't do it. That is true love. But you're not saying anything. You don't love that person. You really hate that person. So I'm going to be talking about abuse. So I'm going to start by the definition of abuse. What is the abuse? Domestic abuse. Abuse is happening. Like, people don't realize that abuse is happening in relationship, but it is happening. People overlooked it. Say, oh, well, it's not too bad. People make excuses over their abuse. Some people denying, oh, no, it's not abuse, but it is abuse. Abuse is abuse. And what is it? Abuse occurs whenever one person is in intimate relationship or marriage. That's when abuses come. Domestic abuse occurs whenever one person in an intimate relationship or a marriage try to dominate or control the other person. Abuse is to gain and maintain total control over somebody. that is an abuse. Whenever you want always you to be right, you don't always look to the other person's opinion or say, oh yeah, whatever you're saying, yeah, you're right, let me look into that. But everything, you always have to be in control. You always have to do things like your way. You're abusing the other person. Everybody have their own opinion, and everybody should bring their own opinion to the table and talk and see what is the best option. Not always your option is the best. So abuser, how abuser usually do. Abuser always use fear. They put fear in you. They make you scared of something. That's how the abuser do. And they make you feel guilty, or they try to shame you or intimidate you and wear you down and keep you under their control. They threaten you, they hurt you, and they hurt people around you. A woman can be abusive, and also a man can be abusive. Okay? How does abuse start? Abuse starts by a threat, verbal abuse, saying words, using mean words, abusive words to a person. And then from that, it can lead to violence. Abuse is when you're scared of your partner or somebody. Not like respect. You respect somebody, it's different from being scared of the person. When you're scared of somebody, that means that person is abusing you. Respect is different from scary. Feeling like when you're around this person who is abusing you, a man or a woman, you're scared. You always have to be careful what you say, what you do. It's like you're working on an eggshell. If you've been abused, you feel afraid of your partner. You avoid topic. You don't want to talk about something. This is happening. I was a victim of abuse, and I know what it feels like. It's not good. You feel you can't do anything right. Your partner always pull you down. You think that you're not good enough. He always tear you down. That you're not good enough. He always tell you mean words. Look at you. You're good for nothing. Look at what your people are doing. Your mates are doing, and you're doing nothing. You're not a good wife. You're not a good girlfriend. You know, other girlfriends are doing this. Other wives are doing this to their husband, or other women are doing this to their other women are doing this to their husband, or vice versa. Other men are doing this for their wife, and you look at you. Look, what can you do? What can you do? That is abuse. You're abusing your partner. You can't do that. That's an abuse. It's a verbal abuse. People don't look at that as an abuse, but it is an abuse. There is so many different type of abuse that people are a victim of, and nobody's saying it because they don't know. Some people don't know it's abuse. Some people know, but they're trying to protect their partner about the abuse. They're trying to protect them by not saying something because they love the partner, because they love their spouse or their boyfriend or their girlfriend or their husband or wife, because they're doing these bad things to you, But you're not saying anything because I'm not gonna say anything. I love my part. I love him so much. I love her so much. I can't say anything about it. If I say something about it, he's gonna go to jail or he's gonna be hurt. But you are living a life. Do you think that you deserve that kind of life? To live in an abusive relationship? Don't you think that you deserve better? Why are you being silent about that? You need to say something. You don't deserve that kind of treatment. You deserve better treatment. And people are not saying anything. I'm telling you, people, please, we need to start standing up and say no to abuse. Women, we gotta stand up and say no to abuse. Men, if your woman is abusing you, you have to stand up and say no to it. Woman, if your man is abusing you, you have to say no to it. You have to say something. If you don't say something, you're not gonna have the help that you need. But people need to be aware that abuse is happening. So, if you wonder if you're crazy sometimes, you think, oh, I'm crazy, it's just me, I am the fault, I am to blame, I'm the one doing this, that's why my husband or my wife is doing this to me, or my boyfriend is doing this to me. Women are more other people that are facing abuse than men. I'm not saying that men are not being abused, men are being abused, but women are more are facing abuse than men. Out of one out of 3 women are being abused every day in our society. Some are not being reported because people are scared to report it, because you think when you report it, people are going to think you're bad. Yeah, I wasn't a victim. I was abused by my partner, by somebody that I love. And nobody wants me to say about it, say anything about it. It's like, why can't they say something about it? Like, you need to talk to your partner first. It's like, you need to talk to them first. Like, this is what I did. I talked to my partner. I say, what are you doing? It's not right. And it's not fair. You need to stop what you're doing and try to show light into it. Say, it's not right what you're doing. I deserve better. I deserve a better treatment. This is not fair. You need to talk to him a couple of times. You need to tell people that you respect. Said, talk, this is how my husband or my wife is behaving. Like, try to talk. But if he doesn't stop what he's doing, you need to go to the next level by involving the police. I'm sorry, like, the overseas world, police can do something about it. But people in Africa, I pity them, because the police will not do anything about it, about abuse. So women, or anybody that is being abused, you need to speak up. Sometimes abuse, you can feel emotionally numb, helpless, like there is nothing you can do about it. Yes, there is something you can do about it. Don't let people fool you. There is nothing. You deserve that kind of treatment. You don't deserve to be abused. You deserve better. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be cared about. You deserve that. Women are being abused every day. And I really feel sorry. We need to start talking. What do the partner do? What does the abuser do? They humiliate you. They yell at you all the time. Criticize you. They put you down. You're not good enough. Yes, you are good enough. You are good enough. You're better. They embarrass you in front of your loved ones, your friends. They embarrass you all the time. That's an abuse. You don't deserve that. You don't deserve somebody to humiliate you, embarrass you in front of people. What about if you do the same to them? How will they feel about it? They won't like it. Don't allow somebody to do that to you. You deserve better. They always ignore you. They put you down. Your opinion doesn't matter. They don't appreciate your accomplishment. Even though you try your hardest, your best to do something just to make them happy, they don't even see it. They see it like, phew, that's nothing. You know what other people are doing for their partner? That's what you can do. Then they need to learn how to appreciate you for the little that you do. If a man or a woman is not appreciating you for the little that you do, he's an abuser. They need to appreciate you. Sometimes they see you as their property or sex object. They don't see you as a person. They just need you when they want something. And then after they get the something, they just leave you and go away and ignore you, that you don't count, you don't matter. That's an abuse. You have to stand up and say no to it. Physical abuse. That is obvious, people. That's the only thing people think. It's the only thing that is abuse. No, it's not. Physical abuse is only one of the abuses. People laying hand on you, punching you, your punch bag. That's the obvious sign of abuse. People say, oh yeah, he's being abusive. No, it is not. Police. For people in overseas, in Canada, US, Europe, they can report the crime to the police, and the police can do something about it. But for my people in Africa, they don't do nothing. If you go to the police and report that your husband is abusing you, what are they gonna say to you? If they say you deserve it, you ask for it. Like, really? You think somebody will ask for abuse or physical abuse? You think I just want to be a punching bag, or I just like people hitting me or something? Maybe some women do like it, but no, it's wrong. You're not supposed to hit a woman. You're not supposed to touch a woman. You're supposed to love them. But now men don't love the women. They hit them. Like, why? Like, I can't even wrap my head around it. Why would you want to hit your woman or your man? Because some women do beat their partner. You're supposed to love it. Care for them. Love. But no. Hitting somebody is not love. Calling them name is not love. It's evil. It's hatred. And we need to stand up and say no to it. The common one that people don't really talk about, sexual abuse. What is sexual abuse? It's a form of physical abuse. Any situation that you are forced to participate in unwanted act, it's called a sexual abuse. Women are being sexually abused, and men are raping their woman, and nobody's saying anything about it. Everybody being silent about it. Sexual abuse. What is sexual abuse? Sexual abuse is when you forced a woman to have sex with you without her consent. It's an abuse. It's a rape. It's not love. You forcing a woman to have sex with you without her consent, without her willing to have sex with you, you are abusing that woman and you are raping that woman. And nobody is saying anything about it. Everybody is silent. Nobody wants to talk about it. And our society is actually encouraging that. The sexual abuse, our society is actually encouraging it. For married women, let's talk about married women. You said, oh, I am married. This is my wife. This is my husband. We're supposed to have sex. When I need sex, you need to give it to me because I am your husband. I am your wife. No, that's not the main reason why we get married. So that you can abuse me sexually. I have to give consent even though we're married. My consent matters. If I said no, I don't want to have sex with you, you have to respect that and say no. Not because you paid my dowry or you pay my bride price, that means whenever you need sex, you have to give it to me whether the woman like it or not. That's a rape. In America or Europe, you report that, you have a big record. But we women are victim of that all the time. Oh, I love you. I love you. Women don't want to have sex with you, but you force them to have sex with you. You're raping them, but women are not talking because they think that when they talk, they're going to take you as a bad person. Said, oh, you asked for it. And then when you go to the police, like for people in Africa, when they go to the police and report that my husband raped me, they laugh at you. What do you mean your husband raped you? He's your husband. He's your husband. How can he rape you? Oh, yes. Your husband can rape you. I'm telling you. If you didn't consent, if you asked your wife, said, let's have sex, and your wife said no, and you force her, fight her through it and have sex, you just raped your wife. And it's a crime. Police officers are not saying nothing about it. Love supposed to be something that people enjoy. You and your partner supposed to enjoy it. It's not a fight. You have to agree to it. I have to agree to it, and then we can be in an intimate relationship and enjoy each other. But if it's only one person that's enjoying and the other one is not enjoying, that's an abuse. That is not right. It is not right. Enjoy each other. Both of you has to be satisfied. If only one person is satisfying, he's abusing you. I'm sorry. He's abusing you. He doesn't love you. He's abusing you. He's raping you. Don't force a woman to have sex with you when he said no. Let her no be no. Why? Our society is encouraging abuse. Not because a man pay your bride price, that means he can have sex with you anytime he wants. I know men like sex. They need sex. That's how God created them. But you have to find a way how to do it, not at the expense of somebody else. We need to start standing up. Women, whoever is being abused, I know men can be abused. We need to stand up and stop doing that to our women. We don't deserve that. We need love. We need appreciation. We need your love. Don't force me to go to bed with you. Both of us have to enjoy it. Please, I want to say, share this video. It might change somebody's life. Somebody might need to hear it. Churches are actually encouraging abuse too. Because when you go to your pastor and you talk, this is how my husband is behaving to me. What did they say? They laugh at you. How can your husband rape you? How can your husband abuse you? He's your husband. Whenever he needs something, you have to give it to him. No, that's wrong. Church, that's supposed to teach the man how to treat their wife. They're not doing that. They're failing the women. Nobody wants to talk about stuff. You're supposed to treat your wife better. You're supposed to treat your husband better. That's what it's supposed to be. But nobody wants to do that. The rape is so much. And women don't even know that they're being raped. They just said, well, he's my husband. He's supposed to do anything he wants to me. No. You're not a sex object. You're a human being. God created man first and then woman second. So men are supposed to take care of the woman. But if you can't take care of your woman, you're not a man. Take care of your woman. Treat her better. If she's not in the rank or the place that she's supposed to be, you as a man, bring that woman to that level that you want her to be. But you can't be calling her names and taking and you're doing nothing about it. And you think it's okay. It's not okay. Church needs to stand up and start stopping these abuse instead of encouraging them. Society needs to stand up and say no to it instead of encouraging the abuse. It's a rape if your husband forces you to have sex with him. It's a rape and it's an abuse. It is not right. I was a victim of it. And what do you say? You are my wife. You're supposed to have sex with me. Yes, I am supposed to have sex with you. But when I'm tired, I have a busy day, I've done so many things, I'm tired, I deserve to rest. But no, you can't rest. You have to, try to control yourself, man. Control yourself. You can control yourself. Don't be carried away. Don't make sex control you. You need to control sex. But you can't control yourself. It's not good. You have a problem, my brother. I'm telling you. If you can't control yourself, you force yourself in women, having sex with them, raping them all over, you have a problem. You need to start controlling yourself. And church needs to stand up instead of encouraging the abuse too. Don't when a woman go to the church and said, my husband, you need to investigate in it. You need to look into it. And you need to teach the man better. Say, no, don't rape your wife. Not because you married the wife. Don't rape her. Her consent. You need to consent. You need a consent from the woman and the man in order to have a relationship. Enjoy each other. Not only one being satisfied, the other one not being satisfied. It's not fair. Emotional abuse. That was a sexual abuse. Now let's talk about emotional abuse. That people don't talk about emotional abuse. But it does happen every time. Emotional? It's not only the physical part of it. When somebody hits you, you think, oh, that he's abusing me. No. There's the sexual one. There's the emotional one. Emotional Your partner is always calling you names, yelling at you, putting you down, blaming you, using abusive words against you. That's emotional. You know how much damage is doing in you? It's not only the physical part of it. Calling you names that you're not good enough. That is putting you down. Whenever anytime somebody is putting you down, it's an abuse. Calling you names. How kind of name? You are a B, you are A, you are F, and saying those things to you, that's an emotional, because it's breaking your heart and it's putting you down and is blaming you of things that happening. Oh, it's because of you, because you did this to me, that's why I'm doing this to you. Really? No. Say no to it. Say no to it. Let's stand up. Women, whoever is being abusive, not only partner can be abusive, your boss even can be abusive to you. Trust me. Intimidation is a form of abuse. When your partner is intimidating you or somebody is intimidating you, it's an abuse. Controlling you, your behavior is an abuse. People, let's stand up. I need everybody to start talking. We need to bring awareness in the society about what is going on. If we don't bring awareness to it, everybody know, they will not stop. But if we're being silent about it, nobody wants to talk about it, it's going to continue to happen. Even our children are going to be victim of it if we can't talk about it now. We need to start talking about it. There is another part of it, financial abuse. That's another form of abuse that people don't think about at all. Financial abuse. Somebody controlling your money. Women, sorry women, but we do this to men all the time. Financial abuse them. We just use the men because we want money. We take their money and run. That's abuse. I'm sorry, women. Men are also, I'm not leaving you guys out. You guys too abuse women financially. You take their money. You don't want to have anything to do with them. You just take their money. You just want their money. You don't want to be in a relationship with them. You just take their money. That's an abuse. It's not right. It's wrong. It's evil. It's evil is not only when you take gun and you try shooting people or you stab somebody. These are all evil. It's bad. It's a no-no. It's a no-go zone. Women use men. Men use women. Actually, in Africa, it's the women that use men for money. And in overseas, it's the other way around. Men take advantage of women for their money. It's sad, my people. I was a victim of financial abuse by somebody I said I love, but he doesn't really love me. He always say, I love you. But no, he just want my money. I was a victim. Can you believe it? Financial abuse. I was a victim of sexual abuse. I was a victim of financial abuse. And even it went to physical. That's when I said, you know what? No. No man will ever lay a hand on me. That's when I stand up and say, no, I will not accept this. And I involve the police. So women, stop abusing men financially. And women, stop abusing men financially. And men, stop abusing women financially. You know how a man can be also financial abuse, he always make you miss work. Oh, I love you. You want to spend some time with me? I miss you. I don't want you to go to work. Instead of you go to work and make some money and take care of yourself, he's like, you think that cuddling and love is gonna make you money? No, I tell you no. Men abuse you. They call you all the time, constantly. Oh, where are you? What are you doing? And stuff like that. It's an abuse. Financially, abuse is rampant in America, Canada, and Europe. Men, go find a job and make your own money and take care of your woman. Stop using them for money. It's bad. Like, I don't know. What do you guys think about? Like, why can't you go to work and make your own money and you can use your own money? Why do you have to use people for their money? And you don't love them. You don't really love them. Why? It's wrong. It's an abuse. And also, they steal from you. Can you believe it? If any man is stealing your money, he's abusing you financially. Don't steal. You steal your money, you put your money down. When you come back, oh, where's the money that I just put here? It's gone. He's abusing you financially. If you want money from a woman, ask. Don't go steal her money. Like, I get it. Like, sometimes you need to help your partner. I get it. But you have to see that your partner is actually trying. And you can give him a helping hand. But not you doing everything completely and he's doing nothing and he's sitting on the couch watching TV, playing video games. And you, the woman, going out and working. And he's sitting at home. Are you kidding me? That's an abuse. What's wrong with you, man? You are the one that's supposed to take care of the woman. And you're not doing it. And the woman is going out there working 2-3 jobs and you sitting at home and doing nothing? You're not a man. I'm sorry. You need to go out and make the money and come home and take care of your family. That's what a man is. If you're not going out and making the money and come home and take care of, that's why so many men don't have respect from women. You know why? Because they depend on the woman instead of them going out and work. You want women to have respect for you? Go out, work, and take care of the woman. That woman will respect you. But if it's the woman that's taking care of you, I'm sorry. I know there is sometimes that women need to stand up and help. I get it. But you, the man, need to start. When you start and the woman see that you're down, then the woman can give you a helping hand. Say, okay, let me push you so that you can get back to the level you were before. But the woman is the one pushing you all the time, and you're doing nothing. You're not a man. I'm sorry. And you're not doing your job, and you have no respect at all. We need to start talking, women. We need to start standing up and talk and say no to this abuse, the financially, the sexual abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse. We need to stand up and say no to it. It's not acceptable. That's not what God put us on earth here to do, to be treated like nobody, like we don't deserve better. We do deserve better. So, please, people, share this video. It might change somebody's life. I was a victim, and I know. So anybody that is going through abuse, I can feel your pain, but you can do something. You need to stand up and do something about it. If you don't do something about it, you're giving power to the abuser. But when you stand up and say, no, I cannot take this anymore and do something about it, you have gained your own power. You have taken control of your life. Somebody else is running your life and you don't have any control over your own life. That's not right. You need to have control over your life. You need to be in control of your life. Nobody is supposed to run your life but you and God. After God is you. Nobody else but you. You pray to God. Say, God, you put me on this earth. What did you want me to do? You always go down on your knees. Say, God, I am here. What did you want me to do today? What? After God, supposed to be you. And then other people. But nobody. You need to take care of yourself. You need to say no to abuse. Abuse is not right. It is not right. Sexually abused, when a man forcing you to have sex with you, it's a rape, it's an abuse. Don't say no to it. Stand up to it. When always calling you for money and using your money, no. Sometimes, once in a while, good. When he's struggling, good. But not constantly, all the time. Emotional, calling you a woman name, telling you that you're not good enough. This, all that kind of stuff. It's not right. I'm telling you, pastors, leaders, you need to stand up to this. We have to say no to it. Actually, I'm going to read a passage in the Bible that's what God wants us to do about all these things that's going on. Isaiah 62 verse 1. It says, for Zion's sake, I will not hold my peace. That is what I'm doing right now. For Zion's sake, I will not hold my peace. Because if you're silent about somebody's financially abusing you, sexually abusing you, emotionally abusing you, physically abusing it, you're giving power to that person. I will not hold my peace anymore. I will talk. I'm being vulnerable here in front of a lot of people. I don't know where this video is going, but I'm being vulnerable because I see the women are being abused and nobody's saying about it. All women need to start talking. For Zion's sake, I will not hold my peace. And you know what? The pastors are holding the peace. They're not talking. The president is holding the peace, not talking. We are holding our peace, not talking about the abuse that the men are doing to us or the women are doing to men. We're not talking. We need to talk. If we don't talk, how will people know that these things are happening? We need to alarm. Make awareness. Say, hey, hello, this thing is actually happening. It's wrong. Then something can be done. And then they can stop the abuse. That's what it is. Police. Africa, I'm sorry. The police can't help you. They said, but if everybody is talking, everybody is making awareness, everybody is talking about it, eventually somebody will do something about it and stop the abuse. For Zion's sake, I will not hold my peace. I will not hold my peace. People need to start. The church need to educate people. Need to teach people. Teach the husband how to treat your wife. Wife how to treat your husband. But they're not educating people. They just go to church to pray against demons and devils and casting out demons. Like, really? And the demons, they're really actually sitting with you. They're not saying nothing. That's evil. Casting out demons. My enemy will die. Like, really? But if you have wisdom, you have understanding, and your eyes are open to stuff, and you say no to it, it's better than casting out demon. That means you actually cast out the demon. Because when your eyes open and say, wow, no, I'm gonna say no to this abuse, That's you casting out the demon. I'm telling you don't need deliverance for that one. You just cast out the demon by standing up and saying, no, no more abuse. The demon has just left the house. But you not saying nothing, the devil is with you. He said, okay, in Isaiah 62 verse 1 also said, for Jerusalem's sake, I will not rest. So women, don't rest until you stop the abuse and stand up to it and say no to it. And you know what? The pastor actually, I want to talk about this a little bit. The pastor, the churches in Africa, in Sierra Leone, and not only Africa, some parts in this world, they're not doing anything about it. They, instead of going outside the church and preach, they just sit in the church and preaching. But actually the people that actually need salvation, that need help, they're actually outside of the church. Those people that are inside the church supposed to be saved. They're supposed to know better. They're preaching all the time in the church, and everybody is preaching about it's always prosperity. I'm not saying there's something wrong with prosperity, but you know what? You can have prosperity not only praying about it. You need to work. You need to do something about it. If you don't do something about it, how can you have prosperity? You think that just praying to God, boom, you're going to have prosperity? No, you can't have prosperity by just sitting and doing nothing. Everything works. And when God creates Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, when he puts Adam in the garden, what does he say? He needs to work. If you don't work, there is no way you can have prosperity. You need to work. You need to do something. Work. Man, go to work. Stop sitting and being idle and making women take care of you. At the same time, women, go and do something and stop depending on men. I will not rest until righteousness go forth as bright. That's what church is supposed to do. They're supposed to go out and help the needy. But guess what? They just help themselves. The pastors, they're the ones to help themselves. They don't help the needy. They see people, they see their member need help, but they don't do nothing about it. What did God want us to do? You said you're called, you're a man of God, and you can help the poor, you can help the needy. You're not a man of God, and you're not following God's heart, because God's heart is helping the poor, helping the needy people. And if you're not doing that, you're failing God and you're making God look bad. Help the poor, the less privileged people. If you look the Bible, you really read the Bible as the man of God, the big man of God in Africa, all over the world, or whatever. If you look, what was Jesus doing? Was he always helping the least privileged people? You know God's heart? God's heart is helping the poor. If the rich people in Africa, in Sierra Leone, they're not helping the poor, you're failing God and you're not a follower of Jesus. You need to help the less privileged people, not the people that are already rich, that already have it. They already have everything together. Why are you going and helping them? The pastor, they already have money. Why do we need to start bringing more money to them in the church? Bringing more money to them in the church. And when they get the money, when you pay tithes, and offering that's supposed to go to the poor and the needy people. But the pastors are failing on that. And they say they follow God and they know the heart of God. They're not men of God. They're robbers. They're fraudsters standing in the name of God. You pass by somebody that's hungry. Like poverty is so much in Africa. And pastors are doing nothing about it. Instead of building churches, mega church. Why do you need a mega church when the people... Okay, did God, when Jesus came, did he ever build a church? Or was he always outside in the street preaching the gospel, helping the needy? Not inside the church, it's outside. So pastor, you guys need to start going outside and stop staying in the four walls and bringing people and reaching yourself. What are you going to do with the money? You're going to die and leave the money. And if you die today, what are you going to say to God? When the people paid their offering and they give it to you, what did you do with it? Did you go and buy car or buy jet? And people are dying of hunger? What do you need a jet for? What do you need a fancy car for? Did you see Jesus had a car or a fancy jet? He only used stuff when he needed, and then he returned it back. But pastor wants to drive the latest car, wants to wear designer clothes, designer shoes, designer watch, designer necklace, and then people are dying of hunger, and you're using the money of the church that's supposed to go to the poor and needy, the orphanage, the sick people, and you're using it and buying designer stuff. And you said you're a man of God, and you know God's heart, and you know the word of God, and you're not helping the needy people. You're a fraudster. You're hypocrite. People, we need to start talking. I am not a Facebook person, but if I'm starting to talk, everybody needs to start talking. And we need to let the whole world know the wrong, the evil that's going on in the world. In order for us to have success, in order for us to have breakthrough. That's where our breakthrough is. If we start talking and say no to the evil, that is our breakthrough. Not praying, oh God, let me have breakthrough. Oh God, let me have breakthrough. Like, your breakthrough is right on your arm. God already gave you your breakthrough, but you don't know how to use it, how to deliver yourself. He's not laying of hands that's going to deliver you. It's you standing up and saying no to evil. That's your deliverance. You don't need a powerful man of God to lay hands on you to have a deliverance. That's a fraudster. These men of God make themselves so important when God already gave us. We are all equal. We are all the same. There is no man of God in the world that is more better than you. You are just the same. God make us all equal. We are all equal in the sight of God. There is nobody, even if you have $1 billion in your account, you are equal just like me. Like, I don't have 1 cent in my account. The same power that God gave the man of God, He gave you. And you need to activate that power in you. You need to activate the power in you because it is inside of you. God is inside of you. God created us as His own image and His own likeness. The same way He created that man of God is the same way He created you. So you have power. You can say anything in Jesus' name and it can happen. Don't need deliverance. They pay money for deliverance. Why did Jesus paid to have for somebody to pray for you or to have deliverance? When He opened the blind man's eyes, did He pay anything for it? He said, freely I gave to you, freely receive. But a man of God now wants money. Oh, you want me to pray for you? You need to bring some money. That's a fraudster. It's evil and hypocrite. He's not serving God. He's supposed to do that thing free because God gave us all free of it. It's like, here, take it. You see somebody that needs prayer, pray for that person. You need somebody that needs help, help that person. Everybody wants deliverance. Like, really? When you change your mindset, your thinking, that is a deliverance. You don't need laying of hands, casting out demons. The demon, when you get sense into you, the demon just left the house. But if you're living in ignorance, you are living in bondage. Why do you want to live in bondage? Why do you want to live? Pastor needs to go out and preach the gospel. There's a lot of people that need it. You need to show love. Love is good. Love, hope, and peace. That's the best thing you ever have in your life. When you love somebody, some people might hate you. You still need to love that person, even though they hate you. Because Jesus even loved Judas that killed him on the cross. Like Judas, he still loved him. He walked with him on earth. He was his 12th disciple. But Jesus still loved him, and he still died for him. Love your enemy. I love my enemies. True. I love them. And sometimes they think that, oh, what's wrong with you? I don't like you. I like you. Because Jesus loves you. I don't have enemies. I might not like some people, but that doesn't mean he's my enemy. I might not like the way he does stuff, but I still love the person. We need to start talking. As it says in Isaiah 62 verse 1. For Zion's sake, I will not hold my peace. For Jerusalem's sake, I will not rest until her righteousness goes forth as bright. That means goes forth. Pastors, you need to go out and do what God, if you're called, go out. Jesus never was in a church. He was always out going and preaching the gospel. Not inside the church. Everybody that is in the church is supposed to be saved, and all those people in the church need to start going out. When you're saved and you know who God is, and the best thing that you will have in your life is having a personal relationship with God. Because when you have a personal relationship with God, He gives you revelation. He gives you ideas how to live your life. Because you have a relationship. You don't need to go to a man of God to have a relationship with God. He's right there. Talk to Him. Communicate with Him. God wants us to talk to Him. He wants to have the relationship with Him. But we are not having a relationship with God. We are having a relationship with man of God. What did the man of God say? What did the man of God say? What? What did God say? Have a relationship with your Father in heaven. He will love that. That you just sit in your quiet place, fold your hand, fold your feet, and say, God, my Father, I love you, Jesus. Thank you for dying on the cross for me. You don't need a man of God for that. Say, I love you, God. You are my Father, and I know you love me. He teach us how to pray in Matthew 6. I think it's verse 5. Our Father. That's how we're supposed to pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, a relationship, connection. Our Father is my Father. Who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Hallowed be your name. Wow. That's how we're supposed to pray. Your kingdom come. That God kingdom come. What He wants for you. What He wants. But we're not praying that prayer anymore. It's God bless me. God already bless you with so many things, but you can't see it. But if you have a relationship with Him and pray and have a communication back and forth, He will show you. I've been blessed. I was blinded, my people. I was blinded. But now I see. Thank God for God to direct me to Sunday Adelijah. Some people might see his post on my Facebook. He's a real man of God. People might not like him because he's saying the truth. But he's a really man of God because he's teaching you how to empower yourself, not depending on people, not depending on pastor, not depending. You have to learn how to depend, how to God, what God have deposited in you, you need to bring it out. You need to bear fruit. But if you're not bearing fruit, if those pastors are not bearing fruit, they're not teaching the members how to go and work instead of having 7 days prayer. Come pray. Let's pray. Let's cast out the demons. Let's pray for prosperity. This year is gonna be your year. Really? Don't go to work and go make money. And start saying, cast out demons. The demon. Really? You are the demon. Trust me. By sitting down not doing anything, and you are the problem. But if you go, have a relationship with your Father, he download information to you. Say, my daughter, my son, this is what you need to do, and you do it. That's how you're gonna prosper in life. Not by sitting and doing nothing. Sitting and doing nothing not gonna prosper you. Praying about it from January to December not gonna prosper you. But you actually put in the work. When God created Adam and Eve, he made him work in the garden. And then God comes and have a relationship with Adam and Eve. All the time he comes, when the sun goes down, he comes and have a relationship, and he teach Adam how to work, how to make you know, God is so good. He's a merciful God, and he's having so much mercy because he loves us so much. But we are failing God. We are failing. The pastors are failing God. I'm not a preacher. I'm not a pastor, but I know better now. That's why I'm talking. I know better. I'm not perfect. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I have my flaws. But I know better, and I want to be better. But the pastor, what I've seen, the pastor are failing big time. They're failing. In Africa, it's the most place that they're failing God. And they said they hear from God. That's a fraud. You don't hear from God. If you're not doing the heart of God, you're not hearing from God. You're hearing from somebody else. Maybe the juju man, Mori man, medicine man. That's where you're hearing from. Not from the Heavenly Father. Because he came for the needy, the poor, the orphanage, the less privileged people. And if your church is not doing that, he's failing God big time. So, that is my talk for today. People, you can share. Feel free to share the video. You might bless somebody. You might just save somebody's life. Listen to it. I am not perfect. I am not better than you. I am not better than anybody. We're all the same. You might have more opportunity than me. That's okay. That's the way life is. But if you work hard, you can get there too. Everybody needs to work hard. Those people that work hard, they're the one that make it in life. But if you're lazy and do nothing, you don't make it in life. Work hard. Pays off. I'm telling you, it pays off. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I am not perfect. I work hard. But sometimes obstacle comes your way. But that doesn't mean you give up in life. You need to start working until you have breakthrough. Say no. You might fail today. Say, oh, I tried this. I failed. Don't give up. Try again. You know, all the big people like that have money in life, you think they only try once and they succeed? You know how hard they try, how hard they work, until now they're paying off because they work hard. So we all need to work out. Get off your butt, go find a job, go to school if you need to go to school, educate yourself, read books, but do something. Don't just sit down. You're not doing anything. You you are giving power over the stuff in your life. But when you do something, you say no, you gain your power. Say, no, I'm going to say no to this. You just get your power. You just got your deliverance. So people, and then when people do that, as I was reading in Isaiah 62 verse 1, as people do that, salvation as a lamp that burns. So when people start doing that, salvation, the devil have no place on the earth. If everybody starts speaking up and stop saying no to evil, the devil, you run the devil out of town. But we're not saying nothing. We're not doing nothing. We're giving the devil power over our life. That's how it works. It's principle. There is principle in life. You don't follow the principle, you fall a victim of it. But if you follow the principle, guess what? Trust me on this. If you stand up and say no to abuse, financial abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, you said no to it, you stand up to it, you just gain your power. But if you let the person treating you that, the person have power over you. Don't say no to abuse. Those pastors are abusing you, not using the money right. Stop giving them your money. Use your own money and help the needy. God will appreciate you more than giving it to the pastor that's already rich. I want to give my, if I have money in the world, if I am rich, I will help the poor. I am not rich, but I know one day, work hard, I will get there. And nobody in Sierra Leone will sleep hungry. If I am a rich, if I'm a millionaire, nobody in Africa will sleep hungry. But there are rich people there. They see people sleep hungry every day, but they do nothing about it. That's the heart of God. God doesn't want us to suffer. God doesn't want us to have pain, suffering. God doesn't want that. But people think God is wicked. No, it's not. It's us not doing anything about it. That's why evil is, it's all over the place, because nobody wants to say anything, nobody wants to talk, and we're giving power to evil. We're giving power to evil. We're giving power to evil. And evil is spreading because nobody wants to say anything. It's none of my business. It doesn't affect me. Who am I to say something about it? You just give power to evil, and evil is reigning. Corruption is reigning in Sierra Leone because somebody decided to be quiet, and then now corruption is all over Africa. Poverty is all over because the president is depriving the least privileged, and he's getting richer and richer, and the poor are getting poorer. How is that fair? How do you sleep at night, President Koroman, or all the ministers, the president? How did you guys sleep at night? That you go to bed, your belly is full, but there's somebody out there hungry, and instead of you using the money that is meant to take care of the needy, you're using it to enrich yourself, sending your family overseas and not fixing the system. If you think the system is wrong, it's your job to fix it. Don't wait for God to come down and fix it. You fix it. You know it's wrong. Find a way. Go. The world. Find how can I fix it and do something and fix it. The hospital system is really poor there. Fix it. There is money. That diamond that was found, nobody's talking about it. Everybody's silent about it. Nobody wants to touch it. Now, money have power over us. Everybody wants money. Everybody wants to reach. Like, what is the reach anyway? I don't get it. Reach. You're going to die and leave all of them here. So why don't you use it for good use? What is more important in life? Gaining the whole world and lose your soul? It's not fair. President Koroma, what you doing? Those ministers, those people in there, it's not fair. You're going to be accountable for it when you die. Don't think God is sleeping. God is well awake and he knows everything that you're doing. People might not be seeing, but he sees you. You cannot hide from God. You might hide from human being, but you cannot hide from God. He knows you're in and out. He created you. How do you sleep at night, President? How do you sleep at night, President? How do you sleep at night that people are hungry, the mudslide came, the Ebola came, and you know you can do something about it, you didn't do anything about it, those people that lost your life, you're responsible for it. You as a president, you're responsible. When people elect you and put you in a place, you're supposed to do your very best and take care of everybody to the last people. Not the people up there, the people down. You're supposed to help them. Your salary. People are not getting paid. People are not getting paid salary. And you are getting paid every month. And you're doing nothing about it. You want to be a good man? Say, okay, I'm not going to receive salary for 2 months. Let the poor people, all the less privileged people that are working for me in the government, let them get paid. And you even know the minimum wage in Sierra Leone, I think it's 500,000. And people are not getting paid 500,000 every month. They're paying less. That's corrupt. That's evil. That's devilish. You don't need a gun to shoot somebody to be evil. You're not paying the people minimum wage, the 500,000. You're paying them 120,000 or 250,000. You're not paying the maximum. God, you're gonna answer to God for that one. When those people lost your life, Ebola time, the mudslide, you're gonna answer for that, Mr. President. All the people that are responsible, you're gonna ask, how do you sleep? How do you live comfortable in corruption? How do you live like taking bribery? It's wrong. It's in the Bible. It's wrong. When Jesus came into the temple and he saw what they were doing, what did he do? He whipped them out of the temple. He said, why are you guys turning my father temple like this? We need to stand up. We need to talk, my people. I'm going to be back tomorrow. I'm going to be back every day. I'm going to be talking about stuff. And everybody needs to start talking. I don't want to be the only one talking. Everybody. If you cannot do a video like me, start writing. Maybe people start sending letter. On fairness. People are being unfair, have been treated unfair. Say no to it. No to unfairness. We need to stand for justice. What is the world coming into? Nobody wants to stand for justice anymore. People stand up, my brothers and sisters. We need to stand up. I've been talking for a while now. So I have so much to say. But I'm going to stop for now. And I'm going to be back tomorrow again. I'm going to be talking about stuff to open eyes people. I'm going to say thank you to Sunday Adelaja for opening my eyes to be a better person. For God using him to open my eyes to see where I was going wrong. What was I doing wrong? And I'm here to correct them, to make my life better, to make myself more productive in life. Because I'm going to be giving accounts to God too. I'm not out of the hook. Because God put us on this earth to do something. And if you're not doing anything, you're failing God, and you're just on earth. You're just taking up space. You need to affect people in a positive way, not a negative way. And if you can't do that, you're failing your mission here on earth. Because God put us all here for a purpose. And you need to find what that purpose is. And you need to accomplish it. When you accomplish that purpose that God puts you here on earth for, then you've done something. But if you're not doing anything, you're just sitting and you're comfortable with whatever is going on, there's something wrong with you. And you're not saying anything, there's something wrong with you. You need to start speaking up. Speak up. And let's save life. And let's make the earth a better place for everybody to live. So, thanks for watching. Share the video. You might save somebody's life from abuse. Somebody that's scared to stand up. I am free from it now. I'm no longer under abuse because I said no to it. I stand up to it and I said no. I am not going to accept it. Then now, guess what? I have power. Abuse doesn't control me. I control abuse. So be that person. Stand up tall and fight corruption. Fight abuse. Okay? Stay blessed. God bless you. I love you guys. That's why I'm doing this, because I love you guys. I want somebody to be set free. I love you. I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to be talking about something. Come back. Share the video. And I love you. Thank you.